caught me reading some of my favorite Tennessee Williams classics. The Glass Menagerie and A Streetcar Named Desire contain the common theme of inability to accept reality. These next few scenes will guide us into understanding the disillusioned reality that both Amanda and Blanche are living in. We will also explore the tragic minds of Laura and Blanche.
Brilliant young Fitzhugh boy from Greene County.
What did he leave his widow?
He never married. Gracious, you talk as though all my admirers had turned up their toes to the daisies.
Isn't this the first you've mentioned this still survives?
That Fitzhugh boy went north and made for a fortune. Came to be known as the Wolf of Wall Street. He had the Midas touch. Whatever he touched turned to gold. And I could have been Mrs. Duncan J. Fitzhugh, mind you, but I picked your father.
Mother, let me clear the table.
No, dear. You go in front and study your typewriter chart. Or practice your shorthand a little. Stay fresh and pretty. It's almost time for our gentlemen callers to start arriving. How many do you suppose we're going to entertain this afternoon?
I don't believe we're going to receive any, Mother.
What? No one? Not one? You must be joking. Not one gentleman caller? It can't be true. There must be a flood. There must have been a tornado.
It isn't a flood. It's not a tornado, Mother. I'm just not popular like you were in Blue Mountain. Ugh. Mother's afraid I'm going to be an old maid.
As you can see, Amanda is living in her disillusioned past. This is her retreat from reality. She alludes to her 17 gentlemen callers from when she was younger, as if she still attracts the same attention now. We see the same Amanda in scene 5 when she refers to her Blue Mountain roots.
This is the dress in which I led the cotillion, won the catwalk twice at Sunset Hill, wore one spring at the Governor's Ball in Jackson. See how I sashayed around the ballroom, Laura? I wore it on Sundays for gentlemen callers. I had it on the day I met your father.
When Amanda hears of Jim O'Connor coming for dinner, she is more than excited for Laura. She throws an old cotillion dress, as if Jim was coming for her. She makes references to her skillful sashaying, and once again, her numerous gentlemen callers.
Stop this hysterical outburst and tell me what's happened. What do you mean you fought and bled? What kind of...
I knew you would, Stella. I knew you would take this attitude about it.
About what? Please!
The loss. The loss.
Bella Reeve? Lost, is it? No!
Yes, Stella.
But how did it go? What happened?
You're a fine one to ask me how it went.
Blanche!
You're a fine one to sit there accusing me of it.
Blanche!
I took the blows in my face and I took the blows in my face and my body. All of those deaths. The long parade to the graveyard. Father, Mother, Margaret. That dreadful way. So big with it, it couldn't be put in a coffin, but had to be burned like rubbish. You just came home in time for the funerals, Stella, and funerals are pretty compared to deaths. Funerals are quite, but deaths not always. Sometimes their breathing is hoarse, and sometimes it rattles, and sometimes they even cry out to you, "Don't let me go." Even the old sometimes say, "Don't let me go," as if you were able to stop them. But funerals are quiet, with pretty flowers, and oh, what gorgeous boxes they pack them away in, unless you were there at the bed when they cried out, "Hold me." You never suspect there was struggle for breath and bleeding. You didn't dream, but I saw! And now you sit there telling me with your eyes that I've let this place go. How in hell do you think all that sickness and dying was paid for? Death is expensive, Miss Stella, And old cousin Jesse's right after Margaret's hers. Why? The Grim Reaper had put up his tent on our doorstep.
Hello. In this scene, we see why Blanche has been forced to stay with Stella instead. Bella Reed was lost, and Blanche was left alone to deal with her family dying, and the loss of her home while Stella was in the New Orleans with her Polish beau.
Yes, I ran into Chef Huntley. I ran into him on Biscayne Boulevard on Christmas Eve, about dusk, getting into his car, Cadillac convertible. It must have been a black lawn.
I should think it would have been inconvenient in traffic.
You've heard of oil wells?
Yes, remotely.
He has them all over Texas. Texas is literally spouting gold in his pockets.
My.
You know how indifferent I am to money. I think of money in terms of what it does for you, but he could do it. He could certainly do it.
This scene is a great example of how Blanche is living in a illusion reality. The contrast between Blanche and Stella is extreme. Stella is living in reality. She knows that Stanley and his friends will continue to drink, have poker nights, and altercations between her and Stanley will continue. Blanche has fantasy ideas of getting money from her former boyfriend, Mr. Shep Huntley, and starting a business with Stella. Shep Huntley's name will continue to pop up throughout the play, but Blanche will never, ever even come in contact